right, guys, I'm going to dig into the divine masculine's energy here with all of this moodiness that they are feeling because I'm sensing that they're being haunted by flashbacks, okay? They're being haunted by the past and the way that they treated this connection, okay? The way that they treated you. And it's not so much about they treated you badly, it's about not seizing the opportunity, not showing up more, not making a good impression because the opportunity's gone. You are silent. They weren't expecting this silence. I feel like many of them are paying the price for actually having the balls to come and test whether or not you would stay. And they're falling apart because of it. Like someone's looking at themselves as a sabotager, a self-sabotager. Why on earth would I sabotage a connection like this? Okay, because what's not comparing is your energy. He's not able to find that anywhere else. Never mind another romantic relationship. This man can't even be around his family and friends and just regular people around him because the difference in the energy, okay? Now that he's apart from you and you're not in his life anymore, you could be silent, divine feminines. Many of you are maintaining space. It's like you want your peace. Like, stay away. This could be hurting him as well. The fact that you're in this energy and you don't even care to respond to his efforts of reaching out, it's a huge turn of the tables from the energy that you were in. It's hurting this man for you to ignore him the way that you are. And I'm seeing that because of that, he's now having flashbacks of moments where you reached out, you texted, guess who decided to leave you on red for 2-3 days? Guess who decided to take their sweet ass time getting the notification that you messaged, putting the phone down and deciding to message you 3-4 days later? Oh, I was busy, I was working. Like somebody seeing how stupid and immature they were with getting a prize in their hand and just completely being careless with it. Okay, I feel like these flashbacks are haunting him to the point where he's just really, really embarrassed of the way that he carried himself. Okay, I feel like someone's in the energy of missing out and losing out on great love. Okay, let's see what he's missing about you the most, or he's just so caught up on that he sabotaged. Okay, so the chemistry. That's why I'm telling you guys, like, it's not even about a romantic relationship. It's more so of like my person. Now I'm without my person. Now I gotta kick back and listen to everybody else talk on a level that I can't even vibe on. After being with you, Divine Feminine, he can't go back and just vibe around regular people anymore. The conversations are not enriching, right? Your energy tends to relax him and enlighten him. It plants seeds of hope and faith and optimism. Now, without your presence, not only is he left with these flashbacks that are haunting him of him not appreciating and honoring and taking care of the connection the way that he should have, but it's like the icing on the cake is that he's around people that he can't stomach, he can't stand. It would be the same type of people that may be asking about you. That's irritating him as well. He's looking back at how people would have instigated separation energy between you two or even influenced him in particular ways. He's so pissed at himself that he even listened or took some of the advice that he did regarding this connection. Some of them are even saying, like, I have such a big fucking mouth. Like, why did I even tell everybody about this connection with the Divine Feminine, for example? Because I feel like he would have had, like, friends sabotage him, people, like, keeping him out at parties late, or people keeping him working overtime because he would have talked to people at work about this connection with you. Like, anything and everything to sabotage this. I feel like all of these flashbacks and specific memories of how he let this fall through his hands, it's now coming up. But I also feel like it's coming up for a great reason as well. So that way he can use this time to rearrange his environment and his circle the way that he needs to. But nonetheless, he's still in a lot of regret for letting this fall through. Because if you guys recall from the last reading that I did, he's really worried about what it is you're up to now. Like, he's not used to seeing you in this energy of being at your wit's end. And then on top of that, with you being at your wit's end, you're in this energy of feeling like, I just need to do something for me. I'm in this self-care mode, smelling good, looking good, taking care of yourself. And of course, that's making him panic as well, because when you're in this alignment or this vibration, only good can come to you, Divine Feminines, because you're not sticking around and, you know, feeling like woe is me, and you're moving forward. You're taking care of business. You're taking care of yourself. And I feel like someone doesn't know how to do that in their life. Okay, they're stuck with these flashbacks of feeling like an idiot for having someone like you come into their life. And I'm hearing that they had warnings about this. Remember in conversations where he had people telling him, be a man about this, like make a move. Like I feel like someone's feeling like even more of an idiot for having these warnings. But your masculines were stubborn. Like maybe you were in a cycle of constantly forgiving them, Divine Feminines, you know, but I feel like somebody gave them the forewarning that it's like, hey, women do this, you know, and then before you know it, they don't say too much, you know, and then next thing you know, they're just gone completely. And he took that for granted. He's like, no. He was used to you always being there and maybe working through things and seeing the higher perspective. And I feel like he got the heads up. Hey, listen, like women watch, like they're silent, they observe, you know, they take notes. But somebody was in La La Land. They were oblivious to this, okay? And you removed yourself silently, and somebody's like, I told you that was going to happen. And your masculines are in shock because there was no forewarning that this was going to happen, okay? And like I said, some of you could have very well been explosive, right? Been explosive the very next day, and he's scratching his head going, holy shit, what did I do? Where did this come from? And I feel like it's coming from him taking this connection for granted, so much to the point where you got into this place of like, just get out of my face. Hey, you're going to waste my time. Get out of my face. Somebody weren't expecting you to be this cold or to go that cold in that Queen of Swords energy and to say something like that. Like, you really hurt this man with some of the things that you might have said, right? Get out of my face. Why'd you even come back here to waste my time? Like, I feel like it was just like a switch up of the energy. You know, he's never seen you like that, or he's never seen you say those things. And I feel like that's what that forewarning was about. Maybe somebody was like, listen, with some kind of women, like, you should be worried. Like, she's not saying nothing, you should be worried. And he's like, no, she's not saying nothing because women know their place. You know what I'm saying? And his homies are looking at her like, these older men are like, nah, like, you in trouble. You're not about to hear from her. You should check your phone right now and see if she's showing up on you. He's like, what you mean? And then he goes into this panic mode, like, hold on, what you mean? And boom, that separation energy I'm seeing hit out of nowhere because you're completely silent right now. You see this whole forgiving and learning and holding space and, you know, always going to be together forever and I love you. Yeah, no, that is, you see how the card fell back? No, that I feel you have learned, Divine Feminine. You've learned to block him out of your life now. As long as he's operating in this type of inconsistent energy and in whatever ways taking the connection for granted, you don't have time for it. But I do feel like this came as like a sudden realization or a sudden separation where you initiated it. And like I said in the last reading, that's why he's in a mood like this, because he's feeling all kinds of ways. You know, now he's maybe feeling self-conscious about who you're interacting with. If you guys check out some of the last readings, he's watching you so closely. If you guys are already in this place of you guys have already had this conversation, yeah, he's definitely checking out, you know, who you're vibing with, you know, what it is you're up to, what it is you're doing, checking for your mood, whatever it is you're posting. It could be irritating him or it has his mood off. That a lot of you have just chosen this cycle around to not say too much. I'm not going to post stuff and provoke him. I'm not going to be in this whole energy of, you know, I'm going to go into separation, but at the same time, stick it to you that this is what I'm doing. No, this time around, I do feel like Queen of Swords energy, baby. You guys have made a clean break. Like I said, the homies are telling him, you should be worried. You should be worried. He's thinking that you're quiet because, you know, you're waiting for him to come around in some way or take control. It's like, no, like you're absolutely done. And now somebody feels like there's pressure. Okay, what else is he realizing? Let's get one more. I feel like he's panicking here. What else is he feeling? Okay, so we do have calling in your soulmate that fell on the floor. I feel like calling in your soulmate is also calling in for some kind of help or assistance or advice. So who knows, guys? We might have to do a part 3 on him having to sit down with some of the older men here and helping him through this mood, because I do feel like, yeah, whoever this is, the flashbacks are hitting hard right now, okay? They did give him a forewarning, and now it just feels like it's a little too late. I feel this masculine in a bit of like self-conscious energy here, where they're about to go through the separation cycle feeling like they're just not good enough. Okay, a lot of deep regret, a lot of embarrassment as well, overacting, immature, like maybe seeing now that you weren't necessarily naive. You might have seen their flaws. You were waiting, you were holding space and waiting for them to recognize. Okay, they're feeling deep regret over the fact that, I mean, they really did have their divine feminine there and mistook you for someone who was just naive and about to roll over and take their bullshit, right? Because I'm seeing along with you now not being in their lives, or your presence is not there. My goodness, Majumner, you scared me. Sorry, guys. Majumner is just one of those cat names I I call her. I'm sure all you animal lovers know exactly what I'm talking about, where your pets have a million names. But yeah, that is my cue to go feed this little one dinner. But that is the vibes, guys. Like, that's what I'm picking up on, is that like he might just end up having a conversation here and having to, you know, get some wise counseling now on how to call this back in. Okay, lots of transformation energy for this divine masculine. I feel like part of it, and the moodiness too, is having to sit back and you know, wonder, like, are you gonna go in a different direction? I'm really seeing that somebody's like, nah, she's not that type. She gonna hold space for me, right? Like this whole twin flame thing, right? Everybody's just silent around him, crickets. All right, guys, that is what I have for this quick one. I will catch you guys later. Say bye, nigga.